Hey lovely people. In the last video, I had Rook save Mirathis by thwarting the dragon from destroying and blighting the city, but something else got stirred up, so that's what I'm going to take care of next. I haven't gotten the signal that I can recruit Emmerich and Tosh yet, but I hope so soon to complete the rest of my party. At the meantime, let's get going. Let's see who I need to level up. Balera at 174. Davrin at 130. Harding at 193. Oh, sorry, Lacanis. Okay, Davrin will be staying with us. 101. I don't know why her level is so low.
That warehouse the Venatori were in, traders used it before. I remember Ferelden furs stored waist-high 5 years back.
Tarquin?
Gallus.
Things are going well.
My uncle once saw the Virantas hunting while out at sea. She was skimming the waves and pulling fish right from the water. She was the most majestic thing you've ever seen.
Check the back for me.
Right away.
Rook! What can I get the city's saviour? See you again.
I have a mod that changes the color to Nev's outfit and removes her fascinator or cocktail hat, but my computer couldn't handle too many mods at the moment. Oh, I like it. It's a nice color on her.
A lot of upheaval and excitement lately, even for Docktown.
A Grey Warden. Are you all right?
You're Rook. I'm Vesta.
What happened?
I'm here to help the Shadow Dragons, fighting Darkspawn in the Catacombs. There weren't many when we started, but then the others said to run. Get help. We can't leave the Darkspawn if they escape into the city.
We won't let them.
Just sit tight.
Got it.
My cat likes to purr right into my ear and then step all over my hair to get from one side of the bed to the other side. The life of cats. Let me check on something here. I want to see what else I can do in Marathis. There's a couple of beacons to activate and a quest location to go to. There's where I'll get a champion. I didn't get an Essus in the last playthrough at the Griffin Ruin. It was just a regular org, a soulless one.
Here they come.
Not too bad.
Make it count, Neb.
I think that was my first successful block from a sword. Most of the time I miss, and I don't know what is that swirling around Rook. The symbol in the center looks oddly like the lyrium crystals that the Venatori uses. Is that what Davrin puts on me, or is that Harding's health spell? A stone slide. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, God. That's one of those things that worries me every time I have Rook slide down and sees a cliff. My wariness proves useful here. Because this is an excavation site, I wonder what ancient elven building they found. The unusual thing is that the structures aren't standalones, like the ones in Arlethon Forest that weren't built from the side of the mountains. Maybe this is an elven dwelling that goes underground? I can see that. I guess jumping down is my only way. Here we go! I'm being told this is a mine. I still think the entire structure seemed too fancy, unless this is the entryway into the deep roads that connects to a mine, similar to the one we entered from the crossroads in the Trespasser DLC.
Got company.
Let's finish this. Got us from a distance.
Watch behind you! Way to go!
My job's done. Your turn.
Time to finish this, Rook! That's a win.
I can't tell if the zombie guard is wearing a Tevinter armor or a Grey Warden armor.
We're not al- Move quick.
Only your gods will miss you.
Rook was the jelly between the Org and Nev or Davern sandwich.
Every one of these gets us a little farther.
I was watching my playthrough of Inquisition just the other night, and from the starting area where my guy and Cassandra fights off demons as they race toward the Temple of Sacred Ashes, I've forgotten about the spirit essences you collect after killing a demon from the Fade. They look like green boil or mucus. A leather outfit for Nev, nice. so I need a particular skill of a companion to detonate that lock. I'm only missing Tash and Emmerich, so it must be one of them. It it couldn't be Emmerich because necromancy doesn't make sense. I know this is a longer road, but I'm looking for shinies I might have missed.
How about some accompaniments to go with your achievement? Good cuts of meat.
They're good, right? They'll pass as real. On an easy one, sure.
Rana, how are you doing?
I was injured during the dragon attack, but I'm healing well. I don't know where we'd be if the dragon hadn't been driven off. I know you helped with that. Thank you.
I was here too.
How could I forget?
I'm still trying to wrap my head around this whole thing. We've got literal gods walking around trying to end the world.
Does it bother you they're elven gods?
It won't help our reputation, that's for sure.
Under fire! Watch it! Take your shot.
Okay, that dead risen guard we fought in the mine has the same helm as these guys.
Right. Anyway,
I'm still trying to wrap my head around this whole thing. We've got literal gods walking around trying to end the world.
does it bother you they're elven gods?
It won't help our reputation, that's for sure. But me, I never gave our gods much thought. We're just a myth.
Not anymore.
What brought a dragon to Mirathas? Are more coming?
Figure on the ground might be one of the guards that were flanking the gate to the dock.
Get ready.
If the gates were open, that means the dock guards must have heard the dark spawns and called for reinforcements, but none of them came back alive. That's not ominous at all. I do want that sparkly chest, though. They named the tunnel after the archdemon. Now I need to find the map, if there is one.
Death!
Hassan! Nice move. Not ready yet.
Watch your left!
Not bad, Rook. For a veil jumper.
I like it.
Well, look at that. And Rook takes that. Now it's your turn. Let's go again.
Nice hit, Neb. Nice hit, Rook.
These must be the Darkspawn that attacked Warden Vesta.
There's more around.
Made it through.
On your guard.
All set. Eyes open.
More of that, Brooke.
Look right.
Good job.
Seeing the stained glass windows and the familiar elven architecture, the catacombs could have been part of a larger underground elven settlement of sorts, like a dwarven thaig.
About to have a problem. Davrin takes that one.
Damn, my stomp didn't shatter the ice berserker. The popsicle. What should I do?
Hassan! Good job, Nev.
Would you look at Rogue? Need to move. Got the setup, you do the rest.
Way to get it done.
End it now.
Trouble over on your right. Make it count, Nev.
Love, love, love those shield rebound hits.
All right, let's keep clearing Blight from the catacombs. Well, that's unnerving.
Yay, another new rune. Fortify sounds useful. I have yet to use the runes in combat, so it'll take me some time to not forget about them.
I'm on it.
It's yours, Davrin.
Of course. You got it. Consider it done.
I have a feeling that the letter from Magnus suggests that there were slaves hidden in these passageways.
Got it. Will do. I'm on it.
Thanks.
It's why I'm here.
Interesting. The blight bulb intestine thingy leads to the other side of this puzzle, and the mini map seems to point that I need to get to the other side. All right. That sound is telling me I made progress. Thanks, Harding. Can I step into this yucky water?
Old magic, forgotten relics. There's a lot left in the catacombs, and the Blight's twisting through all of it. An elevator.
There's more blight where it leads.
Do you get the feeling we're being watched when we're in the catacombs?
We're not alone.
Don't ask me why the ticket didn't register.
Got it covered.
Nice hit. Way to take it to them. Nice move, bro.
Got things ready. That's got it.
I'm ready to go again. Beat the odds.
That's the last of them. We should tell Warden Vesta. Hey, we're back in Docktown proper.
Always good to know the shortcuts.
Vesta, we got the Darkspawn that attacked you. They won't get into the city.
Thank you. The Wardens will be glad to hear it.
As will the Shadow Dragons. Quillen, by the way. I'll ensure Vesta gets the healing she needs.
Good. Docktown owes her for the warning.
Yeah, this was a great quest. It informs me how much Tevinter sits on top of ancient elven ruins. If we were able to explore more in the previous games or told in stories, we might have encountered even more elven ruins all across Thedas.
Have you heard the rumour about a new Venatori spot somewhere uptown?
I know someone in the area who's keeping watch. Find him in the library. Say you're looking for Ferdinand Genetivi's book on Orlais.
Ferdinand Geni what?
He's a Ferelden scholar, virtually unknown in the north, and no one ever asks about his work.
Oh, A passphrase. Got it. I know I said we couldn't trust you, but I'm still grateful you helped us when you did.
What can I do for you, Rook?
I was curious about the Magisterium, the Venatori, and the Shadow Dragons.
Ah, of course. You're not from here, are you?
I'm Dalish, actually. We've always been wary of people from Tevinter.
I know. And I understand if it's hard to even trust those of us here.
Doesn't help when there's talk about an evil cult having its hooks in the city.
The Venatori wish for a return to the past, when Tevinter ruled all of Thedas. It's an idea that appeals to many in the Magisterium, even though their duty should be to the people. But my father made sure to impress the importance of a Magister's duty upon me, before he revealed me to the Imperium as his heir. I may not hold the title anymore, but I have not forgotten his lessons.
You had to be revealed to the Magisterium.
A Magister must declare the inheritor of their seat. They were expecting a young man, but we decided that I would show them who I truly was. I was 15 and standing in front of all those Magisters. Their gazes told me they believed I didn't belong. But my father was behind me every step. Mevaris Talani, he told me, you deserve to be here. Stand tall and claim your birthright. And I did.
15. Speaking to the Magisterium and showing them who you are. That must have taken so much courage.
We never think we're brave enough, do we? Until we're called upon.
Your father sounds like a good man. And a good Magister.
My father was honorable, kind, and generous. He clung to his principles when others took leave of theirs, and got himself killed. Damn my father's goodness.
Whatever you're up against, gods, cults, blight, you know where to find me.
Now I won't keep you any longer. The world is troubled, and we both have our parts to play. Good luck, Rook. Bring the light.
I first learned about Mevaris Talani from the 3-part Dragon Age comic series. Her life was a struggle, not only for being a child of an unconventionally compassionate magister, but a transgender woman. Luckily, she has had a lot of love and support from her late father and late husband.
I never thanked you for helping me with the First Warden.
It was my pleasure. Nothing quite like needling authoritarian blowhards to give one such warm feelings.
I love sassy Dorian.
I'm glad you were here to help with the dragon. It could have destroyed the city.
I was extremely excited after finding out Mevaris will also be in Veilguard, especially how it was stated in the epilogue at the end of Trespasser that she and Dorian will be creating the Lucerne faction within the Magisterium.
Don't panic. Things always seem impossible. Just fight one battle at a time.
I'm going to speed through this process in editing. I always end up tweaking Roke after seeing him under different conditions and lighting. The 4 backgrounds in the character creator is far better and helpful in seeing the results of our choices, but the contrast, bloom, shadow projections, and varying lighting during a gameplay may contrast how my Rook really appears. Speeding up this process as well. Roke's been wearing the same armor for a while, so time to freshen up his outdoor and indoor wardrobes.
When last we spoke, you intended to assault the cruel and the corrupt, in hopes of finding servants of Elganan and Gillenane. Has your search been successful?
You could say that. It looks like both the Venatori and the Antam are working for Elganan and Gillenane.
Unsurprising. The Venatori want magical secrets, and the Antam want to destroy anyone opposing their brutal expansion. Both will readily bow to anyone who promises them power.
It's more than a promise this time. The Antam and the Venatori both have dragons doing their bidding.
Dragons? That is worse than I had feared.
Yeah. We drove off the one the Venatori brought into Minrathous. Barely.
Have you determined how the dragons are being directed? If it is blood magic, it may be possible to disrupt their control.
The dragons were blighted. We think that's what let the gods control them.
The blight. Of course.
The blight seems to be the gods' favorite tool right now. We ran into Venatori who could control Darkspawn.
Elganan would not bestow such power unless the Darkspawn were to serve as the main force of his army. And I suspect Gillenane will see the Darkspawn as new subjects for her modifications.
We've already run into a few Darkspawn nobody has seen before. That's in addition to the blighted dragons.
That is the fate Elganan and Gillenane planned for this world then. Corruption and blighted slavery.
Right. Everyone should be free and uncorrupted when your demons and raw magic kill them.
Do you truly believe my goal was to destroy this world?
I believe your goal, like you said, was to transfer the gods to a better prison. The one you're stuck in now. And you were willing to tear down the veil and destroy this world while you did so.
The veil is a wound I cut into the Fade in a moment of desperation, while making their prison. It should not exist. I had a host of spirits ready to help when the veil fell. They would have minimized the loss of life.
So best guess, how many deaths? Hundreds? Thousands?
At least.
That was honest.
Those deaths would have been on my conscience. But the world would once again be as it should be.
Oh, and here I was worried.
Many would have died, I know. But afterward, flowers would grow again.
Spoken like a god.
I am not a god. I am as I have always been. A man, all too aware of his failings. But equally aware that if he did not act, accepting the judgment it would bring, all would be lost. They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
Yeah, that's a loaded question. Since I'm still in Act 1, it's hard to say what my choices and consequences will all boil down to.
I've got enough problems right now as it is. That's one for future Rook to deal with.
Pragmatism. You will focus on the present, knowing that someday you will face the consequences of your choices. I believe I can work with that. If the gods are using dragons, you will wish to find someone trained to fight them. Have you unlocked the Lighthouse Illuvian?
Yes. We found the crossroads. It's still confusing, though.
I cannot help you from in here. You may need to find an expert in the magic of the Fade. And if the Darkspawn are to be Elganan's army, you will need Grey Wardens to fight them.
I've got a few of them. Their leaders don't trust me right now, though.
I have faith in you, Rook. You seem to have a knack for gaining the cooperation of your adversaries.
I'm getting a bad vibe. The egghead smells with gentle eyes. Why, Solas? Why?
Solas thinks we need a dragon hunter and a Fade expert.
He's right, about the dragon hunter at least. Rook, when I was with the Inquisition, I saw some terrible things. But what happened to Treviso? I mean, so much death. Lucanus stayed behind. He said he'll be back soon, but at least you took care of yours.
We hurt it, but didn't kill it. The dragon flew off before we could put it down.
A dragon hunter would have helped him in Rathus, that's for sure.
That's hindsight talking. We didn't know a blighted dragon was coming, or that we'd need someone who could take it down.
We can't forget the second dragon in Treviso. We should see how we can help, but we're without Lucanus until he's done helping the crows. Who knows how long?
Hey, let's not get stuck in our regrets, all right?
Just so we're clear, you're taking advice from this elven god, Solas. The Solas who tried to tear down the veil? You really trust him?
He's been right about a lot of things. He knows how Elganan and Gillenane work. We need him.
As long as you're sure.
So, a Fade expert and a dragon hunter. I'll ask around about dragon hunters and see what turns up. Come talk to me in a bit.
And I've been corresponding with someone about the lighthouse's reverberative oscillations and the resulting dimensional peculiarities. Oh, sorry. Not relevant. I'll get a message through to a Fade expert immediately.
See, Rook? Nothing to worry about.
All right. We all know what to do. Let's get going.
I was pleasantly surprised by the conversation between Rook and Solas. I didn't expect Rook to sass the egghead for playing God, and to admit his ritual would have wiped out thousands of people. Also, Solas didn't like the Grey Wardens and in fact thought they were insane to try to preempt the Blight 10 years ago by searching and killing the archdemons. But Solas' stunned expression that the elven gods summoned the dragons with blight totally changed his tune about the Grey Wardens. I don't like the vagueness to the it that shouldn't exist, and that Solas can work with Rook's choice to deal with the consequences later. I do question how Solas estimated that he could bring back the flowers, aka cleanse the world. I'll address that at the end of the video. Right now I need to check in with my companions.
If that dragon had taken Minrathous, I hate to think what the Venatori might do with that sort of chaos. A lot of people are alive. A lot of people have a chance, thanks to us. But we broke Lucanus out of the ossuary. He could finally go home, and now... what happens to Treviso now?
Okay, Balara, what's your lead on getting us a Fade expert for the team?
Good evening.
Greetings.
Rook! So, we need a Fade expert. I've been writing to a senior mage who fits the part. But right now he's on an expedition, so I reached out to his colleagues to find him. This is Lady Myrna and Vorgoth. They're necromancers. Mournwatch ones, I mean.
Your friend's request for a Fade expert was urgent. How darksome are things outside Navarra?
About... 6?
I see. Balara's correspondent is Professor Emmerich Volkaren, a Fade expert and powerful psychagogue.
Where can I find him?
The professor is currently delving the shrouded halls in the Grand Necropolis. We will grant you passage to look for him. Where the dead. Lately they grow restless.
Alright, I got the quest to recruit Emmerich. And Balara, I heard you when you spoke about the lighthouse's reverberative oscillations and resulting dimensional peculiarities. It's a tongue twister.
So I put the word out for dragon hunters, and I've heard back about someone who might work. It's a woman named Tosh from a group of Ravani treasure hunters called the Lords of Fortune.
Sounds promising.
An agent for the Lords said that Tosh is working on a mission for them along the Ravane coast. If we help her, she'll be free to join us and fight any blighted dragons the gods throw our way.
What do you know about what's going on in Ravane right now?
Not much more than you do. Varric and I never went there while hunting Solas. The Kunari were on pretty good terms with Ravain, but that was before the Antam military broke away from the rest of the Kun. I wouldn't be surprised if the Antam invaded Ravain like they did Treviso and Eastern Tevinter.
All right. Guess we'll be ready. Thanks for finding a contact. There can't be that many professional dragon hunters around.
Time to find out if the crossroads can get us to an alluvion in that area. We'll head out whenever you're ready.
There's a sense of urgency to get to Ravain, so I think I'll go help Tash first to fight the Kunari to free her up to join us, and then I'll head over to Navarra for Emmerich.
What? You're hungry? I found a yam in the kitchen. Stubborn just means you'll starve.
Trouble settling in?
Doing the best I can. My job was to keep the griffins safe, not fix their dinner.
I meant Hassan.
Oh. I guess we're both adjusting.
Then where did Hassan and the others come from?
Way I heard it, someone found a journal a few years back that mentioned a secret clutch of eggs. They'd been hidden for centuries, protected by a ward. Started hatching and out came 13 talkative griffins. Now, down to just one.
What's the history between Grey Wardens and Griffins?
Back in the day, Grey Wardens raised them as aerial cavalry. When a blight got going, Wardens rode them into battle. Eventually, war took its toll. They died out.
Even for a Griffin, it has to be hard losing your brothers and sisters.
They're a talkative bunch, always squawking at each other. Maybe it means something? Lancet and Remy would know what to do. They said a Warden and a Griffin have to move as one. Think as one. They call it Turlum, sort of unity. But now, they're both dead.
Why'd the Gloomhowler attack the Eyrie?
I intend to find out. First it stalks Wardens. Now it's after the Griffins.
Trouble's our specialty. No shortage of it around here.
I'm getting that. Elgernon and Gillenane. Hard to believe.
Our very own elven gods are ending the world.
That'll endear us to the rest of Thedas. But I have to say, killing a monster is one thing. Taking down the goddess of all monsters and the god of vengeance while you're at it?
Every life in Thedas depends on it.
Fair enough. Always good to know where the boss stands.
Pretty much the world not ending.
I can get behind that. What? I told you. It's yams or nothing.
Well, maybe you need a new menu.
Because this is my first run of Veilguard, are all elves in the game Dalish? Please let me know in a comment if that's true or not from your playthroughs. I've been thinking about the Gloomhowler and how it may be connected to the story The Last Flight. There's many signs of the connection, being a female, blighted, having intimate knowledge of the Griffins, and what Avrin said about a hidden diary. I'm hoping it is who I think it is because she was a very brave, intelligent, and giving, but yet tragic character in the book. Alright, let's get to Ravain.
Wait. The lyrium daggers vibrating. Like a song in a wine glass. Those voices?
Striking the crossroads without forethought would be folly. The rebellion controlled it for far too long. Its defenses will be artfully hidden.
You will not press? Our forces are cunning and sharpened.
Fen'Harel's spite is endless and his trickery not easily overcome. He will have traps in wait. A crossroads in ruin is no good to us.
That was Elganon and Gillenay. Were we eavesdropping on the past?
The dagger must amplify these echoes, letting Solas spy on his rivals.
Let's hope it doesn't work both ways.
I thought I recognized their voices. If we're eavesdropping on the past conversations that Elgranon and Gillenane had, then how far in the past? Was it when Rook and friends broke them out of jail, or was it in the ancient past?
This door. I think the essence we took from that revenant might be our way through.
So it's a key, which means the gods don't want us in there.
I remember walking up to that barrier, but obviously I didn't pay attention what it needed. If it's accessible with 3 Revenant essences versus 1 champion essence, it only means that whatever is behind that barrier is far worse than anything I've encountered so far. Maybe not all. The dragon would have been a challenge if it didn't run away. Wait.
Hey.
That looks painful. For them.
Yep.
You must be Tosh. I'm Rook. Here to help any way I can.
The Lords want to hit a cave on the coastal cliffs. Big Vinsimer makes her lair there. We get her out, the Lords get in, we go home and get drunk. Might be more on Tom. Don't get in my way.
She seems nice. So, what's the plan exactly?
We need to lure the Vinsimer out of her lair. I set bait, she comes out to eat. My partners loot the lair while she's out here. We'll find the bait on the beach.
Excuse me as I browse around for a tad. Little has been said about Ravane, so this is a great time to learn more. All the trailers and images we saw was from this coastal area of western Ravane, but nothing of cities like, I don't know how you pronounce it, Dersmude, where the Seekers of Truth called an annulment of the entire Circle of Magi back in 940 Dragon, or Aisli, where the story about the Griffins begins in the book The Last Flight. I did learn that the city of Afsana overlooks the Rialto Bay, where the battle between the Orlesian and Canary forces in 775 Storm happened. If we do get to go to a Riveni city, Afsana might be the closest one to this area.
You said the dragon we're dealing with was a Vinsima.
Yeah, blue with a yellow belly. Breathes lightning.
Lightning? Now we're talking.
We're not fighting her. Lords just want the horde in her lair. On Tom ahead. Be ready. They go hard. Eat shit! This is not your land!
Rain incoming! They're in range!
So, you've got no problem fighting other Canary?
I'm from Ravane. Not like I follow the Cune.
You've got the arm ropes?
Sure. I wear a lot of stuff. You don't get to tell me who I am. Doesn't matter anyway. The Antom don't follow the Cune either. Not anymore.
Tosh, why do you want to work with us?
I don't.
I thought you wanted us here to help you.
No.
Are we playing passive-aggressive here? Or she really wasn't the one to answer Harding's inquiry for the Dragon Hunter? I don't get it. I'm a klutz in real life too. That looks like a breakable wall, but not by me. The bird or griffin has snatched a darkspawn that looks more like the ones we currently see than the previous types in the last 3 games. Due to its antiquity, does this mean that the griffin has been around as long as the Order of Grey Wardens?
We're not fighting the dragon?
No. Vincimers eat big game, usually sea life. They're not hostile unless you do something stupid.
Like, poke around in its lair?
Right. So we lure her out, then the lords go in and grab anything shiny.
But you do kill dragons, right? You're a dragon hunter.
I kill them when they need killing. This one doesn't.
Powered by imagination, or like a winding watch.
All right, beach is up ahead.
Right. You said we'd find bait here?
Bait'll find us. Come on.
The bait will find us.
Look out! Deep stalkers!
Knew they'd find us.
The deep stalkers are the bait?
Yup.
Now you're stealing my tricks. Here we go!
My controller.
Quite a few of them.
Dragons have big stomachs.
That one had to hurt, Tosh. Heads up! Bigger one on the way. Could be the Alpha.
That's their pack leader. Take her down.
Nice move, Rook.
I think that's the last of them. Now what?
Now I get the fire going and make our dragon dinner. Good. She'll like it. And this potion will put her to sleep for a few hours. But we gotta get her attention. Use the horn up there. Come on, she'll be here soon.
So, we held up our end of the bargain?
You did okay. So, what do y'all do?
Right now, we're trying to take down evil god monsters and their blighted dragons.
What? That can't be right. Dragons don't get blighted. They're smart enough to avoid that crap.
However it's happening, the gods are using the blight to force dragons to attack people.
That's messed up. Somebody needs to stop them. There you go. A Taskari.
Where are we headed?
That old Grey Warden fort. Anton might be there. I want to see what they're doing. If it's anything the Lords of Fortune need to worry about.
She responded quickly to the horn.
This time.
You fed her before?
Took a while to get her used to it.
It sounds like you've got her trained.
You train a dog. You reach an understanding with a dragon. Vincimers are clumsy on land, better in the water. They cut the surface like a knife.
They swim?
They dive down after prey like a giant bird. Sometimes they stun schools of fish with their lightning. Gulp them all down in a single bite.
That was close. A lot bigger than a griffin.
Letting us know she sees us. Might also be her way of saying thanks for the food.
Clues to a puzzle.
Some of these buildings look like Grey Warden architecture.
Good eye. Wardens used to have a big outpost here. They left after a volcano erupted. Said it closed some tunnels.
Makes sense. If a volcano floods the deep roads with magma, you don't need to worry about Darkspawn using those tunnels.
Let's see how good is my memory. Which direction is this one? Damn it.
The Antam are definitely here.
Let's check inside the fort. I want to see what they're doing. Shit. More on top.
You're
You're not even supposed to be here! Come on, let's keep looking.
So the Untarmed took over the outpost after the Grey Wardens abandoned it?
Yeah. Ravane and the Canary were at peace forever. Then the Antom broke away from the Qun and invaded. But Canary builders are part of a different caste, and they didn't break away. So the Antom take over old forts like this instead of building their own. Grapples, nets. The Antom are going after the Vincimer.
She's a dragon. She can take care of herself.
Not after I drugged her. Come on. They've been watching. They knew I drug her to make her sleep. Assholes!
Hit them now, Rook! That one, now! Good job.
They haven't seen us yet. We can run.
Hey! I brought her down. She's mine by right.
Makara.
Mara Namra Benari Bala! Atash Martarost! Asit Tarala! Kyuto!
Yunasibe Sidam. It's all time!
Tarala!
Come on!
There! Finish the rope!
So, you breathed fire.
Yeah?
You don't just hunt dragons. You're part dragon?
Were we supposed to know this? Because I don't remember you mentioning it.
We can talk later. Let me know when you're ready. I'll burn the chains off the dragon.
A trapped animal is a scared animal. She'll be angry once we free her.
You're right. We gotta be ready to run. Hopefully she won't chase us.
Hey! 'Cause 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 'c
Let me look at the Drago close-up. Hey, it's sleeping with its eyes open.
As one dragon flew off, now safe to finish its nap, uninterrupted, another was about to wake up. The surviving Antam poachers carried news of a fire-breathing Kunari back to their leader. Tosh and the team would soon find themselves being hunted by the Dragon King.
Wonderfully done, Tash. While you played with the big scary dragon, we looted the shiny stuff from her cave. So, Rook, Varric's talked about you. I see he wasn't making shit up this time. They call me Isabella, among other things.
What did you find in the cave?
A lot of dragon shit, gold, some fancy trinkets, and this.
It almost looks like a rune. Does it do anything?
Shit, I hope not.
It conveys knowledge. While not as impressive as a magical explosion, it can still change the world.
Rook, this is Shathan. She's our expert on Kunari artifacts.
This piece predates the Steel Age by centuries. It comes from an earlier attempt at settlement. One that left no survivors. You used your fire.
What? No.
Were you seen by the Antam? You promised you would be careful, Evatosh. You need to be away for a while. It is good you are joining Rook's team.
I'm what?
So it wasn't her who responded to Harding. Oh, okay.
Wait, were you not aware of this? Our contact here said you'd agree to join us.
Didn't Shathan... I thought you and your mother had agreed on this.
Nope.
Whoops. Well, you'll work it out. You always do. For gold and glory, Tash. You're welcome back whenever. Rook, pleasure doing business with you.
Mother, what did you do?
I thought you would enjoy the chance to work with Rook's team. Do you not wish to stop these blighted dragons?
Of course I do. I might have decided to join on my own. Maybe after you talked to me.
I talked to you about not using your fire in front of the Antam. I will prepare potions for you to take. Would you prefer ginger or lavender?
The ginger.
Hassam Vinek. Rook, you will keep her safe.
This one is tough.
Well, it must be nice to have your mother so involved in your life. Anyway, welcome to the team. Might not be what you wanted, but we could really use the help.
I'll get my stuff. Hey. It is.
Sorry?
Joining your team. It is what I wanted.
Glad to hear it.
I have to say I've never been as uncomfortable being a third wheel as I am in that scene. From how I was raised, their parent-child relationship is extremely relatable to me. Since we recruited Tash and gained favor with the Lords of Fortune, I'll stop here. But the list of enemies and obstacles that each of my companions brought is scaling up. I want to go back to the conversation with Solas in the Fade for a moment. If I remember right, he said in an earlier Fade chat with Rook that only a small fraction of the Blight was brought to Earth while the rest is sealed behind the veil he created. Just a small fraction of the Blight has already engulfed much of the underground Dwarven Empire, turned many others into Darkspawns and Broodmothers, and is spreading throughout the surface of Thedas, even more expediently since Corythius blew a hole in the sky 10 years ago, and being tampered by Gillening now. So my question is, how much power does Solas really have to make the Earth blossom again once he tears down the veil, releasing insurmountable amount of Blight the veil held back? He cleansed the red lyrium dagger, but that's nothing compared to a pocket dimension filled with it. If my haphazard theory of what Blight is, as I explained it in my previous video, wouldn't that be more detrimental to the Earth to a point that it would cause massive destruction, erosion, earthquakes throughout the continent of Thedas with that much Blight? You know, more like dark spiritual energy of the Titans crashing down? And if the Blight awakens the rest of the Titans that didn't go extinct, wouldn't they take retribution by doing a full reboot by annihilating all races on Thedas except for the dwarves the Titans want to be reunited with? Then who is Solas really saving with his large group of spirits? I guess I'll have to wait to find out as I recover more of Solas' memories. I have to say that Egghead isn't helping me feel assured that he won't screw us. That's all I have to say. That's all for now. Don't forget to press the like button and see you next time.